him making pass at me. It wasn't the that frustrated me the most. What made me most frustrated was the fact that he tried to unalive me after it, when in reality, even though I was drugged, even though I was violated, I never thought that the next step would be my life being threatened because you got turned down. But it's that power complex of wanting what you want when you want it, feeling like you own the things that you pay.
I got receipts on everybody. I got receipts on everybody. Even when I diss, I got receipts on people. I have bitches crying.
You better lock in because the rap queens are throwing punches again. And it's getting straight up messy. Just when everybody thought the storm had passed after Cardi dropped her album, boom! The timeline exploded. Cardi and Nicki went off on each other like they'd been waiting for this moment, dragging one another all over social media with no mercy. What made it even crazier? It came out of nowhere. 1 second, the vibes looked cool, and the next, the internet was on fire with shots flying left and right. No rules, no limits, just pure chaos. These two got history, and if you didn't know before, trust me, the hate runs deep. So here's where the mess really started brewing. Nicki jumped online and began retweeting posts, bragging about her numbers, flexing that she had the biggest first week sales of any female rapper this entire decade. And don't get it twisted. She earned that, she's got every right to boast. But to a lot of folks watching, it looked shady, almost like she was throwing side eyes at Cardi. Why? Because at that same moment, everyone was hyping up Cardi B's comeback, celebrating how crazy her first week sales were too, especially since sis hadn't dropped an album in 7 years. The timing? Way too suspicious. Fans instantly knew the gloves were about to come off, and boy, did they ever. While the timeline was busy fighting over whether Cardi sold 199,600 copies or a clean 200K, Nicki's retweets were loud enough to shake the whole internet. That's when everybody knew the storm was about to hit. Nicki wasn't just sitting back, she was amplifying every stat that crowned her the queen of numbers, and it had Cardi fans heated. She was reposting things like Nicki Minaj's Pink Friday 2, 228,000 first week sales, the biggest for any female rap album this decade, and the largest vinyl sales since 1991. Then another one. Pink Friday 2 is still the biggest global Spotify and US chart debut for a female rapper, even with all the new releases since 2023. Oh, and she wasn't done. Despite dropping during Christmas, it still pulled 28.2 million first-day streams. And just to top it all off, people were reminding us that Nicki owns 2 of the top 5 biggest Spotify debuts for female rap projects ever. Now listen, Nicki absolutely worked for those numbers. Nobody's denying that she has every right to brag. But the way she blasted all those receipts at the same exact moment people were hyping Cardi's comeback, whoo! It came off like more than flexing. It felt like a shot. That was the second the fans knew things weren't just messy. They were about to get nuclear. Nicki wasn't playing nice for even a second. She threw the gloves off and jumped straight into the ring with a diss so wild it had the whole internet gasping. She hopped on Twitter and dropped Barney Dangerous, ABCDEFG, falling off the charts with a big belly, running trains barefoot, still smelly, still, you could not outsell me, ABCDEFG, surgery to look like me. Tell the Rat and tell Jay-Z, Rico, fraud and perjury, ABCDEFG, lied and said mom was Trini. The alphabet-style flow was a direct dig at Cardi's track magnet off her album. The same track where Cardi used the ABC routine, what makes it even messier. Magnet was also the joint where Cardi dissed Nicki's own protege, JT, sparking a nasty back and forth between Cardi and JT earlier this year. See how the drama just keeps looping back? Cardi wasn't about to sit back and let Nicki clown her. She came firing back with retweets and bars of her own. She boosted a post saying, "What did Cardi B say in her #1 album?" Oh yeah. Musk got on notifications and alerts because everything I do, a hater be seeing it first. And then she jumped in with her own heat. Coca-Cola Barbie, the power I have makes these chicks run to rehab every time. Go to your effing room. Nothing more annoying than a bored chick. You must have missed me, huh? Crazy. Now kiss my feet. And it didn't stop there. Nicki fired another shot. Raw dogging, pregnant with the 4th babe Barbie. BBVHPV, allegedly. That line, it sent Cardi into full rage mode. She clapped back with Coca-Cola Barbie. ABCDEFG, your man had to snatch P. The bars were brutal, the shade was icy, and by this point the whole rap game was locked in with popcorn. Because this wasn't just beef, this was war. Cardi didn't hold back. She went for the jugular with a tweet that had the whole internet frozen. P tastes like honeycomb. Your bro be touching 12-year-old. Then she came swinging again, saying, "Why you keep bringing up my album? It's not the gag you think it is. You've been in this game 16 years. You should be comparing yourself to Rihanna, Taylor Swift, Drake, your peers, not me. I was in high school when you dropped. Why are you comparing yourself to me for? And Cardi wasn't done. She called Nicki out directly over the pregnancy digs, writing, "All right, now this is the third tweet talking about my pregnancy. Like you wasn't running to fertility doctors because you couldn't reproduce from all them dudes scrambling your eggs. Not allegedly. Lord, protect my babies." Whoo! That wasn't shade. That was a straight-up flamethrower. Cardi even backed it up with receipts in the form of memes. She posted a picture of Nicki's brother in a pink Barbie wig, the same exact kind Nicki rocks herself. The internet lost its mind over it, but Nicki wasn't letting that slide. She clapped back instantly with her own meme warfare. A pic of Jay-Z wearing a pink Barbie wig and crying, plus another edit of Cardi in a full-on Barney suit. But here's where the gag hit hard. That Barney photo Nicki used wasn't random. It was actually taken from their infamous New York Fashion Week brawl back in 2018. The same one where the world first saw these two nearly tear each other apart in public. Nicki was digging up history just to twist the knife, and fans were eating it up. You already know the petty levels shot through the roof, because while Nicki and Cardi were tearing each other apart, JT slid right into the chaos to stir the pot even more. She jumped online mocking Cardi, posting, "LOL, that chick home ugly and mad, no celebration. If I was number one, I'd be breakdancing right now, but she knows she lied." The internet clocked it quick. JT wasn't just trolling, she was lining herself up to stay on Nicki's good side. Remember, Nicki had just used Cardi's track magnet as ammo, and that's the same track where Cardi came for JT earlier this year. Cardi dragged her hard in those bars, calling her out as Nicki's lapdog with nothing to show for it. On the record, Cardi spit, "You a shady chick. You been trashed since birth. Mama ain't want you. Brenda's baby chick. Bottom feeder chick. All that riding and you still ain't get no feature chick." But she didn't stop there. Cardi twisted the knife even deeper. She just mad she got a man who cheats sharing bags with my dude, but I don't stick no D's in his behind. You a hot mess, easily impressed chick. You never gave looks, only started dressing up recently. Ricky O, the only fashion house you even know? You should have asked me. I would have took you to the show, lil chick. It was cold, brutal, and public. And now JT reappearing right in the middle of Nicki verses. Cardi has fans convinced this was payback season. One thing's for sure, this wasn't just about numbers or bragging rights anymore. This was about loyalty, pride, and keeping receipts. That line about Cardi's man wasn't just random shade. It tied straight back to JT's frustration that Nicki still hasn't given her a feature, even after all the loyalty she's shown. And when Cardi dragged her with that jab about her man rocking her bags, everybody knew it was aimed at Lil Uzi Vert, JT's guy, especially with those old rumors floating around about him being on the down low. So JT tried to flip the script and came directly for Cardi's man, Offset. She dragged up the old allegations from last year when stylist Chris Griffith accused Offset of trying to assault him. Just last week, Chris brought it back up in an interview, and JT wasted no time seizing the moment to throw shots. She hopped online posting, "This is effing nuts and sad. Gay men should be protected. I feel like this isn't being taken seriously enough." Then she doubled down, writing, "Cardi B baby father a gay man." Not because of how he dressed or expressed himself, but because Chris said it out of his mouth. Justice for Chris. I stand with the gay she, even went over the top, tagging everyone from CNN to Donald Trump. And somehow, even the entire country of Mexico. The internet was crying over how far she took it. But it didn't take long for someone to hit JT with a "this you" moment, digging up pics of Lil Uzi in a dress and carrying a feminine bag. Instead of backing down, JT clapped right back. Yes, my man does this. Minds his business, works hard, takes care of his family, inspires his generation, and doesn't snatch people. His style is what made him Lil Uzi. The hypocrisy calls were loud, but JT wasn't budging. She was standing 10 toes down for her man while still trying to spin the heat back at Cardi. By this point, the mess wasn't just about music anymore. It was open season on personal lives. Cardi wasn't about to let JT keep running her mouth unchecked. And when she finally clapped back, she came swinging with straight-up receipts. Screenshots of private texts between JT and Uzi started circulating. And let's just say, the my man energy JT always pushes online didn't match the reality behind closed doors. In the text Cardi shared, JT was venting about the stress of their relationship, writing, "I don't want to come up there sick and moody. Then you get mad and curse me out. It's too much." Uzi tried to reassure her, replying, "I want to because I invited you." But JT pushed back saying, "I have to work. Come here, I'll come after we leave Miami if we still like each other. That if had fans clutching their pearls. Then Uzi hit back with, you think I ever been through this? Be honest, I love this ish. You love me. But JT didn't let it slide, clowning him with LMAO. You make me evil. I don't act like this. That's when Uzi dropped the bomb. You mad at me, yeah, but it's just because you pregnant, so it makes you even more moody. And Cardi wasn't done. She also exposed texts of JT complaining about Uzi still having feelings for his ex, Brittany Renner, and how badly it was messing with her. But the knockout punch wasn't the screenshots. It was Cardi's caption. She wrote, I want justice for them babies your man make you remove every time. Ask what he told me about how he felt when he wanted to see Britt in that courtroom and she didn't show up. Or do I need to play the audio? Don't let me say what he was saying about Rock Nation. Just ungrateful. That caption turned the whole internet upside down. Fans were screaming that Cardi had officially buried JT with one post, and the streets were buzzing with rumors that Nicki had even pushed JT into the fight in the first place. Either way, Cardi's clapback made one thing clear. Her loyalty was locked in when it came to taking aim at Nicki and anyone standing beside her. But now the real question is, where does this war go from here? Is it just the latest round in a never-ending feud, or did Cardi finally shut it down? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and if you're riding with Public Secrets for the real unfiltered tea, don't just scroll. Smash that like button, hit subscribe, and lock in for the next bombshell.